Hello, everybody. I am Chef Robert Lewis, the Happy Diabetic, and welcome to this holiday TCOID event. I'm so happy to be here with you today. So the first dish we're going to make is my delicious oven roasted carrots with agave. I have some organic light agave, fresh carrots, parsley, salt, and pepper, and we're going to roast that in the oven with a little bit of olive oil. It's going to be amazing. And we're going to finish up with a classic twist on that dish called chicken piccata. But today, because we're in the holiday season, I'm going to use turkey for my meat. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And I don't know about you. I'm ready. Let's get cooking. So I've got my carrots here. So the first thing I'm going to do is, now I like roasted carrots with the skins on. All that nutrition, all that caramelization happens. So I've got a carrot. I'm just going to slice the carrot into little carrot sticks, just like this. Right? Now, this could be your dish. If you would like to slice the carrots, you certainly could, like this. It's up to you, whatever you like. So now I've got my carrots cut. I'm going to take a bowl. And I'm going to place the carrots in my bowl. I've got a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. We're going to add that to my carrots. Now, if you're wondering, okay, Chef Robert, Happy Diabetic, Chef of the World, where are the recipes? HappyDiabetic.com. On my blog, I'll have the recipes under TCOYD, Holiday Recipes of Love. So we're going to just coat the carrots really nice. Going to season it with some fresh cracked pepper and some kosher salt, just like that. Now I've got some fresh chopped parsley. That's going on at the very end when they come out of the oven. So I've got them nicely, lightly coated with my olive oil. Here's my organic agave nectar, about a tablespoon. That's going in. It's going to give these carrots some magic and some sweetness that will be unforgettable. Just like that. Okay. I'm putting them in on a sheet pan. Now, I like to use parchment when I do this. You can use aluminum foil. Parchment just works really, really nice. There they are. Just like that, glistening with love. They're going in an oven, 425 degrees for about 15 minutes. And that's it. Simple and easy. Remember, it's all about ordinary ingredients turned into something extraordinary. All right, we're going to move on to the next dish, turkey piccata of love. Let's talk about all the ingredients we're going to need to make this amazing dish. I've got olive oil, garlic, I've got capers, which is really a pickled bud of a flower. They're very, very delicious and really add a pickly flavor to this dish. I've got white wine and I've got chicken stock. I'm never really sure which is which, so to make sure. Yeah, this is the white wine. White wine, chicken stock. I've got lemons for my garnish. I've got fresh lemons for the juice. I have cold butter and some chopped parsley. Now, I'm also using turkey cutlets. There they are. You can get these from your butcher and in your local meat market. It's really just turkey breast cut up in little cutlets. And I've got some flour. Generously season it with salt and pepper. I like to use kosher salt for this. I'm just going to mix it up a little bit. Just like that. So I've got my pan, and I'm going to turn that up on medium heat. Now what I want to do is I'm going to take my turkey I'm going to cut the cutlets in half. Take a little bit of plastic wrap, cellophane, and a meat mallet, or you can use a pan if you want. And by pounding these, it's going to make the meat tender and quick to cook. There we go. So now we're ready to go on to our next step. I'm just going to take my turkey tenders, my turkey cutlets. I'm just going to dab them in a little bit of flour, shake them off. The flour is going to be the vehicle that thickens my amazing piccata sauce. Okay, so there we are. My oil is getting hot, and I'll know that because it'll start to shimmer. Now, when I go to add the turkey to my saute pan, I want to hear it sizzle. So it's not quite ready yet. I'm waiting for it to get nice and hot. Okay, let's go and check before we cook off our turkey. Let's go check our vegetables. All right, so there is my carrots, all nice and roasty and golden. Oh my gosh. You can tell it's all getting caramelized. So these are ready to go. That was pretty quick, about 10 minutes at the very most. Set those off to the side. Now it's time to cook our turkey. So here we go. I've got my pan pretty hot at this point. Don't overcrowd the pan. I'm going to put four or five right in there just like that. That'll be perfect. So they're cooking nicely. They're getting a little bit of color. And it's about 3 to 5 minutes on each side, depending on how thick your pieces are. And I'm going to transfer the turkey out of the pan. On another plate. And get ready for the next batch. If you have to add a little bit of olive oil, no worries. About a tablespoon. Let it get good and hot. Again, you're looking for that shimmering of the olive oil, and that's the way you'll know it's ready. When you hear that sizzle, that's a really good sign. Now I'm getting my next ingredients ready. I'm getting the garlic, I'm getting the chicken stock, and the capers. Now, there is white wine in this recipe. If white wine is not your jam, no worries, just use more chicken stock. It's A-okay. All right, let's take a look at our turkey. There we go, we're getting some nice color on that. All right, so the turkey's cooked about 2 to 3 to 4 minutes, depending on the speed of your pan and depending upon how thick your pieces are. I'm going to take these, put them off in my plate. Now, let's make the magic happen. So I'm going to take my garlic in the pan. My capers. And my chicken stock. Actually, I'm going to put in the white wine. There we go. White wine. I think I've had too much white wine. Smells absolutely amazing. And I want this to reduce down nicely. So while that's cooking, I've now got some parsley. I'm going to chop a little bit of parsley for my vegetables. just like that. All right, my sauce is looking amazing. So now it's time for the lemon juice. I'm using fresh lemon, about a half a lemon. I'm going to add my chicken stock now. Now I've got my pan on high. Now we're going to reduce it, get it really nice and hot. And while that's heating up, I'm going to put the turkey cutlets back in the sauce, just like that. What I love about this is it's something really different for that holiday meal. It's lean protein turkey breast in a delicious light lemon sauce. It's just amazing. Something different for your holiday dinner. Your friends will absolutely be amazed at it. So my sauce is reducing. The turkey is cooking even more in the nice lemon butter sauce because we're about to add butter to this any moment. Okay, so the next step is to add our butter, our parsley, and our lemon garnish. So I'm going to remove the turkey cutlets, put them right back on that plate I had before, just like that. I'm going to add my lemon garnishes. My fresh chopped Italian parsley. The sauce is starting to get nice and thick. I'm going to put it on medium now, and I'm going to add my butter. So now the butter is going to melt and make the sauce emulsify. So that really means two ingredients that don't like each other are going to come together like they're in love. I have my pan on medium. And you can see my sauce now is starting to get thick and rich and delicious. This lemony sauce is unbelievable. All right, so we're about ready to plate this guy up. So let's just do it. Just about done. That's about it. The butter's melted. The sauce is thick. So I've got a nice festive platter here. Take my lemons for my garnish. My sauce is ready for the turkey, and here we go. Just like that. Amazing. Now let's put our carrots on the platter. Okay, there it is. My turkey piccata of love with oven roasted agave carrots. Can you feel the love, you guys? I've got an amazing dessert that your friends will think, OMG, it's amazing. So listen, if you're looking for something different to prepare for a new holiday tradition, try my delicious pumpkin cheesecake crumble of love. Gluten-free, no sugar added, and OMG, oh my gosh, it is a treat. And so easy to make. The recipe will be on my website. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get cooking. I've got some pumpkin in the can. This is just plain pumpkin, not the pumpkin pie mix. I've got 3 eggs, Greek vanilla yogurt, almond flour, Splenda brown sugar, cinnamon, ginger, and some stevia. I've also got some real vanilla, maple flavoring, and some almond extract. And of course, what would it be, a cheesecake without cream cheese? Okay, let's get started with putting all of these amazing ingredients. Now I've got a stand mixer. You can use a hand mixer, works just as well. So let's get started. First things first, in goes my cream cheese, just like that. In go the Splenda Naturals and the brown sugar blend. Turn it on low. Always start low. I'm going to turn it up to the next speed. Now, always a good idea is throughout your mixing, take a spatula and we're just going to scrape the bowl down. Just like this. Just scrape as best you can. Okay, now it's time to add the eggs, and we're going to add the eggs one at a time. The second egg is going in. All right, we're going to scrape, after we scrape the bowl down, now I'm going to turn it up a little bit, get them blending good. In goes the last egg. Now it's time for the pumpkin. In goes the yogurt. In goes the almond flour. Almond extract. Maple extract. Vanilla extract. Beautiful, fresh, nice ground cinnamon. And some amazing ginger. Okay, I've got all those ingredients in, and now we're just going to finish incorporating. And we're ready to go. One more beat. Here we go. Okay, so when you've got your mixture completely combined and ready to go, you might notice that there might be some little specks of the cream cheese, like lumps. Don't worry about that. That's going to bake out nice and delicious. I'm so excited for you to try this recipe. Simple and easy. One thing I would make sure you always do whenever you're cooking or baking is use the French term mise en place. That simply means everything in its place. So you notice before I got started, I had all my ingredients measured out, laid out, ready to go. So when I add, it's simple and easy, and I'm very organized. And I've accounted for anything that could happen, like my blender blowing up. Who knows? Okay, so the next step is to take the filling into the pan. So here we go. So normally I would make this in a 12-inch spring-form pan. And if you don't know what a spring-form pan is, it looks like this. It's got a little spring that pops out, and then you've got your plate. It simply goes in the bottom. You lock it down. And there's the bottom of your spring-form pan. I'm going to take my pan and lay it on some parchment paper. I'm just going to, with my pencil, just draw a little circle. Take my scissors. And there we go. 2 parchment circles for the bottom of my pan. I'm going to take my pan, lightly spray it. Take my parchment paper right on the bottom of the pan, and there we go. We are ready to go. So now it's time to fill our pans with the delicious cheesecake crumble mixture. So it's just now a matter of taking the mixture, evenly dividing it up in the pans. evenly, as even as you can. Listen, it's not rocket science. So now I'm going to just take it and evenly spread it on the pan, getting it to all the edges just like this. If you have a little mess on the side of your pan, don't worry about it. Just scoop it off with a clean towel, paper towel. Now it's time for the secret of this recipe, my crumble topping. It is absolutely amazing. So let's take a quick peek at all the ingredients I've assembled for this. So here we go. I have almond flour, because remember, this is a gluten-free, no sugar added dessert. So I've got my almond flour, I've got my Splenda brown sugar, I've got my almonds or walnuts or cashews, whatever you like. Now, when you look at my recipe online, you won't see almonds or walnuts or cashews, but today I'm using walnuts. It's so amazing. And if you're not a walnut fan, you can certainly use pecans. I've got 2 tablespoons of cold butter and a little vanilla extract. So you can mix this a couple different ways. You can use a pastry knife, a fork, or your hand. So here we go. I'm going to take the almond flour in my bowl, just like that. I've got the walnuts. I've got the brown sugar. I've got the vanilla and the butter. I've got a pastry knife to blend it like this, which works very nicely. Another technique you can use is a fork like this, or hey, listen, my favorite technique, my hands. So I'm just going to take it, crumble it up, mix the butter and the flour and the sugar and the vanilla and the walnuts, and I'm making my little crumbly top. You can see it's starting to come together. And the little crumble should be about pea size, like a green pea. Once I have that done, then it's my go-to and I'm ready to top my cheesecake. And that absolutely looks amazing. Just like that. And you see it nice and crumbly, just like that. I want to remind you that you can find this recipe on my website, happydiabetic.com. Do a search in the blog for pumpkin crumble cheesecake, TCOYD, and you will absolutely find it. Okay, now we're going to top our cheesecakes before they go into the oven. And I've got my mixture here, so I'm just going to evenly divide the mixture on the 2 cheesecakes. Get it all the way out to the edge. So 350 degrees for around 1 hour and 10 minutes until firm. Remember, take that toothpick, check it. If it's dry, you're good to go. So while it's baking, I'll pass it back to Steve and Jeremy. We're getting into the spirit of the holidays, so I'll see you back here soon.
Thank you, Chef. Those dishes look amazing. I am starving now.
All right, and we are going to make some holiday cocktails, but before we do that, we wanted to give a brief rundown on alcohol in general. So here we are again at Steve's Bar. The last time I was here, I literally lost my shirt. You can check out that epic video. We'll put the link for that. But let's just talk about alcohol in general, because there's a lot of confusion around alcohol, especially with diabetes. People with diabetes can drink alcohol, but it's like everything, some moderation, and know what you're putting into your body. So quick rundown on the 3 major categories of alcohol. You got the hard alcohol. Steve, you just gave me this nice bottle of tequila, which I'm going to take home. So hard alcohol, tequila, bourbon, vodka, etc. We got wine, red wine, white wine, and then you got beer. So you ask yourself, what's the best for diabetes? It actually remarkably is kind of the hard alcohol. It has the lowest amount of carbs, 0 carbs in general, lowest amount of calories, but it really depends on what you mix it with.
Absolutely.
If you just drink it kind of straight, it won't change your blood sugar really at all. It might actually lower your blood sugar a little bit, because alcohol itself lowers your blood sugar, but the carbs in here will actually raise your blood sugar. So you got to go know the difference. So hard alcohol, actually pretty diabetes friendly. Now, the next thing that's also very diabetes friendly is wine. Red wine, white wine. It doesn't matter. There's not much difference in terms of carbs and calories, things like that. A glass of wine might have about 10 grams of carbs or so. There's alcohol in there too. So you don't really have to bolus for wine. It'll keep your blood sugars pretty flat. It's very diabetes friendly. And then, unfortunately, the least diabetes friendly is beer. And beer also covers a wide span of things. Like if you're talking about your real low carb beers like Bud Light, etc., those might have 10, 15 grams of calories. You get into like an IPA or a hoppy beer, that might be 30, 40 grams of sugar. So definitely this is going to cause your blood sugar to come up and then probably lower again, you know, overnight as the alcohol is kicking in.
Yeah, and the best thing to do when you're drinking is, you know, check your blood sugar.
Yeah.
If you have a CGM, great. If you don't, then just make sure you have your meter with you so you know you don't get into trouble.
So I love beer, but honestly, it's the hardest ride, if you will, with diabetes. So
How many calories did you say this was?
It's like a zillion. Like this whole thing is a couple, like probably 300.
Ah.
Yeah. So I like this hard kombucha stuff now. There's all different types of brands. This has 6-7% alcohol, so there's definitely packs a punch. But generally around 100 calories or so and very low carb, only 2 or 3 grams of carbs. So a good option.
And they do have no calorie kombucha.
So I'm putting these guys away because now it's time to make our special craft diabetes cocktails. So
Okay.
the first thing we're going to do, Steve is going to be my right-hand man here. We're going to make a snowball martini, which is demonstrated here. So first of all, with the garnish, we have this kind of like snowflake, if you will, coconut rim. And to do that, what you need to do is prepare some coconut cream. And then let's see how this goes. I didn't make this one, so we'll see how this goes. I'm going to roll it. You want me to dip it?
Yeah, just dip it.
Okay, dip it in the coconut cream here, like so. And then that's pretty good.
And just dip it in.
And then I'm going to roll it. I was told to roll it.
Well, try not to splatter it all over.
Okay, here we go. It's got like a really like cute kind of like snowball feel to it.
Okay.
I'm going to kind of grind it in there. Okay, that looks pretty good actually. I'm just going to set it down here. All right, so now the recipe. So for every one of these, you want a shot of vodka. So one for, this is a pretty, you know, generous pour here. One for me.
This is vanilla.
Vanilla vodka. That's actually very important. One for you, Steve. And then you top it off with this coconut flavored water, basically, which is completely 0 calories, 0 carb. You like your coconut by. Also does a trick, but that has like, you know, a couple calories in it. So I'm going to pour this in here. Ooh, I'm getting excited about this. It's getting fizzy. Now cover it up.
All right.
Make sure to put this on it too. Give it a good shake. So it's pretty easy, right? Okay, that didn't work.
Tighten it.
There we go.
That's good. That's good.
Okay. So the reason we're shaking it is that, there we go. There's ice in here. We just want to chill it a little bit. Now we're going to take this off. So it's super simple recipe, right? Just a shot of vodka and a bunch of this coconut water. And we'll see how this goes, Steve. Ooh, look at that. Just like your holiday guests will be just, you know, so impressed. You're back here pouring your Yeti, snowball, martinis, whatever. I'm going to top you off a little bit more. This actually looks good.
Okay, should we try it?
I haven't had a drink in like 30 minutes, so I'm ready. All right, let's do this. Cheers.
Cheers. All right, snowball.
Yeah, see how this goes. That's dangerous.
That's very good.
That's good. All right, snowball martinis. Cheers, everybody.
Let's skip the rest of them.
Yeah, yeah, and we'll be back in 10 minutes.
Okay.
All right, we both took 2 sips. I wasn't in the script, so that was good. All right, snowball martinis out here. That looks really fun. Next thing we're gonna do is Fireball cider. So Fireball, you know, I swore this off after college, but it's making a comeback, and we're gonna make some cider out of this. So
everything in moderation.
Basically, this one is super easy. You take a shot of Fireball, and you get, you know, one of these kind of glasses. I don't know if you call this a tumbler or something. Big ice cubes. You want to talk about big ice cubes?
Yeah, you got to have big ice cubes for especially drinks where you have hard alcohol, especially bourbon.
Yeah.
But you know, if you don't want your drink watered down, that's what you use.
Okay. So shot for me, shot for you. No, we're not going to shake this one because we've got the big ice cube there. And then you can put a little bit of this apple juice in it. This is kind of interesting. So it says Mott's for Tots. You know, the idea here is it's marketed for kids. You don't need all the juice, all the sugar. So it's basically watered down apple juice. And as much as I'm going to put in here is probably, you know, 10 grams of carbs or so because it is kind of watered down. So we can top this off so we don't get, you know, just straight up, you know, Fireball here. And then what's going to make it cidery, especially cidery, is going to be these garnishes. So we've got this pre-cut little apples. Steve, here's one for you.
Thank you.
I'm going to put it on your rim, thusly.
Oh, wow. Did you cut that little?
I did not. This was prepared for us.
I think Sarah did that.
Yeah, that looks amazing. All right, then we get a sprig of, or is that what you call these, sprigs? Some cinnamon? I don't know, it's a cinnamon stick. And just throw it in there.
It looks good.
Yeah, look how festive this looks. I mean, if your guests come over and you got these two things out there, it's going to be a good time.
Cheers.
All right, cheers. Oh, that's also treble.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
It's
you
good.
know, this is really smooth.
Yeah, super smooth.
I think, listen, you don't have to limit the watered down apple juice very much. So it depends how strong you want it.
Oh, that's good.
If it's, after your mother-in-law gets to your place, then you can put a little more.
Okay.
Fireball.
I taste the cinnamon there too. I like that. It's a nice little holiday touch. I'm just going to put these in my milk. Tastes good. All right, cranberry mimosa is next.
All right.
So this one is going to be over here, cranberry mimosa. You can give it like a fun holiday name, like cranberry snow ride mimosa, something like that.
Yeah, and you don't have to get the most expensive champagne either, because after your fifth drink, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can get boxed champagne if you want. Is that a thing?
Careful, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to stand over here.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get this off. Can I shoot it over there?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. This is my first rodeo. All right, so for this, here, hold this. Steve, this one's pretty straightforward.
Okay.
So first you need champagne. Pour you first. Okay,
Try not to make it all foamy like that.
Yeah, I'm going to let it defizz. I'm going to give you a little bit more. The secret to a good mimosa is a lot of champagne. Like 90% champagne. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
And then to make it cranberry, you got to put some cranberry juice in here. This is light cranberry juice. Again, very low carb. Calories, 50 calories in 8 fluid ounces. I'm only going to use like 4 or so. So
And they also have 0-calorie cranberry juice, which we have.
I'm going to do that. This one's going to get you talking.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Okay. And then you can do a little, this is a sprig of rosemary. You want to sprig yourself?
Sure.
Okay. Sprig. Just drop it in there.
Okay.
Okay. And then you get a few of these little pomegranates, which just give it kind of like a fun little festive, like holiday thing. Look at this. Just looks good.
Yeah, you can buy these pomegranate seeds frozen at like Trader Joe's and things like that. Make it easy on yourself.
All right. Cheers.
All right, cheers.
See how this one tastes. Mmm.
That's very smooth.
I know. Mine could use more champagne, actually. But it's really, really good.
I could use some Fireball.
So that's it. And what? Like in 5-10 minutes, we made 3 good holiday drinks that are all very low carb, very low calorie. And again, everything in moderation. But you can enjoy the holidays, have festive, fun drinks, and not kind of sacrifice your blood sugar or your really kind of good times. So there you have it. Which one was your favorite, Steve?
You know what? I honestly can say I liked them all tremendously. And the way you made them were so smooth and easy. I mean, it's what a great way to celebrate the holidays without wrecking your blood sugar. And just to mention to everybody, you can make all these drinks, in your own way without using alcohol.
Yeah, you can also make non-holiday versions of these, which is just sprigless, basically, and then you've got a regular mimosa. That is really good. I think we should wrap this up so we can enjoy these. And again, yeah, you don't have to sacrifice with your diabetes when it comes to the holidays. Enjoy some drinks. Enjoy, foods that you like. We're going to talk about that next. We're going to throw it back to Chef to kind of finish up his holiday meal, and you and I can have another sip. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Cheers.
Let's unveil the cheesecake, plate it up, and give it a taste. Okay, I've got my cheesecake ready. It's really simple. I'm just going to take a knife. Now, this cheesecake is cooled for about an hour. I'm just going to run my knife around the edges of the springform pan, unspring it, lift it up, and there we go. So now let's cut yourself a little slicey slice. How about a fresh strawberry for a garnish? Okay, everybody, now it's time to take a look at the pumpkin cheesecake of love and give it a taste. Listen, I have plenty of room at my holiday table if you want to stop by. knock 3 times, I'll let you in. So here we go. Let's give it a tasty taste. Amazing. So good, so delicious, gluten-free, no sugar added, simple and easy. So check out the recipe, happydiabetic.com. Oh, and goodbye. Happy holidays. No one loves you more than me.